Hello, all. I'm your not so humble game master, TJ, and this is Dice of Ages presenting CrestVahllen, the Baker's Dozen, Bred for Adventure. We are back after about almost a year and a half. It has been so long. Everybody say yay! Yay! It has been way too long, so forgive us if we get some things wrong, misremember some things, and all around just are entirely inconsistent because it has been a very long time. We've done our best. We've taken some notes, but just roll with the punches with us. We're playing a game and we're trying to have some fun. So, without too much, we went through some recaps, so I'm going to go through the last recap of the last episode that, again, happened almost a year and a half ago. The last episode was episode 55, Turncoat Service. Nakano and Masheni begin to track down the Vidomo, leading them to a large estate within the capital of Namung. During the stakeout, the Death Warden senses the presence of the Vidomo within the third story of the domicile and notices a familiar service member staring back out at her. Confused by their presence in the Vidomo's lodging, the pair of wayward women return to Lady Bycombe's estate to spill the tea behind the benevolent aristocrat's butler. Lady Bycombe discloses that her very sneaky servant has held a 700-year-long tenure with their position, leading Nakano to deduce that they may be a special spy-like mechanical Zektect model. If you remember, the Zektect are the created, forged, robot-like creatures that were created during the war between the elves and the dwarves and the gnomes. More is revealed about Lady Bycombe's past during an impromptu tea party, including how her husband had passed away long ago in Streita, and that she is on the first-name basis with the ruler of the Protectorate, Lady Rhea. After agreeing to be a more forthright benefactor, Lady Bycombe bids adieu to them while promising that her butler will help them to investigate the Vidomo. The trio return to the outside of the Vidomo's quarters in an attempt to infiltrate the building. With a butler-inspired disguise and under the ranger's protective magic, Nakano attempts to pick the lock to the residence, but pauses when she discovers that there are magical protections on the entry. Weighing the potential consequences, the Ibkes pushes through the threshold. In the process of gaining entry into the Vidomo's house, however, she has convincing visions of a pleading honoria, causing the Violet Vagabond to push past the butler to try to rescue her imagined distraught friend. A friendly sucker punch from the hiding Maitan does not deter Nakano as she stealths away into the streets to try to complete her Erstat's rescue mission. The Anima Jin attempts to follow, while the nonplussed butler easily falls into the shadow of the Vidomo's dwelling to continue the original infiltration mission. Eventually, the ranger tracks down and stops her charmed friend, and the duo return to the scene of their impending break-in. They spot the butler inside the room and join them in pursuit of the employment records for Fruth. Remember, you were looking for documents that line Fruth Lovood's, the beginning of Fruth Lovood's contract and time on the Sutamabura with the beginning of how Captain Imada's mind and state started to decline and be kind of controlled and act different. So that's what you were looking for, some correlation there. And more. The trio then escapes unnoticed through a tunnel system and make their way to return to the rest of the Baker's Dozen at the courthouse. Meanwhile, Tammy and Scoop continue to ideate different potential strategies to win the military case in favor of the Baker's Dozen and the survivors of cultural injustice. The Blue Barrister devises for the members of the Sutamaburo to line up blindfolded in court as Sailflick perfectly mimics the voice of Korsh, the half-orc first mate, that she heard chillingly state, "No witnesses, no survivors." After pleading with both the witness and the judge to permit her participation in the case, the child is allowed to take the stand, while the intimidating Captain Imada is removed from court. The opposition's lawyer, Bellario, argues against the blindfolded approach to the testimony, but concedes that the crew members may still participate with their backs turned towards the witness stand. The keen-eyed Fearbog notices 3 audience attendees who may allow others to identify Sailflick via their reflective garb. With a mighty and distracting sneeze, the storm cleric quickly summons a mist outside the courtroom to obscure and refract the light source, foiling someone's scheme for the 3 planted individuals to see the bird-like child on the witness stand. The crew members almost unanimously confirm that the Corventa's eyewitness testimony was Korsh's voice, giving the damning command to end the lives of those aboard the unfortunate ship. The Drakesh rewards Sailflick for her bravery in court with a lollipop, and then briskly escorts her out, as Macheni and Nakano simultaneously return to the courthouse with documents in hand. The duo try to quickly determine how best to get the bosun's documentation into the courtroom to their compatriots via proxy. After Tammy summarizes that the civilian ship was irrefutably attacked based on the evidence of the first mate's voice, Bellario rests his case, but notes that the captain's log could be submitted as evidence, and it is noted that within the Panbringer had attacked the Sutomoburo. A scoop looks, if you remember, there was no way for there to be record in the captain's log of your attack on the Sutomobura because Captain Amato was on the deck in an attempted suicide. So the only person that was unaccounted for was Fruthlovud at that time. And you had noticed that the last entry into the captain's log looked forged to you. But only an expert forger would know perhaps by who. And you have one. A scoop looks in the captain's log and notices the small discrepancies that hint at forgery of such a record, possibly added by Fruthlovud. Bellario counters by calling a new witness to the stand to speak to the legitimacy. Lost my space. For the claims to Zoncourt. The courtroom waits with bated breath as Quartermaster Zari Lotfi is called to the stand. All right. So that's where we are. We are on the last witness for the military case. After this, it's time
audio
to
cut out there. Can you say that again?
Sorry. Yeah. We are on the last witness for the military case. So after this it is Bellario's witness, and after your cross-examination, it's time to roll to see who wins the military case. So this is for all the eggs.
Do it.
Yeah. And do you remember just how many D6s?
You have 4.
Okay, that's what I thought I had too, but just...
You have 4. You have 13 schemes left, and we're going to find out what the DC effect of those documents is. In fact, do you guys want to investigate the documents? Because you just quickly, if you remember, it was a nat 20, and then a 25. And Nakano rolled a 25 and grabbed exactly the documents she needed and some more and hightailed it out of there. So do you guys want to look at what she grabbed?
Probably ought to,
Yeah.
Probably good idea.
Good idea.
Okay, so I want you guys. These documents are written in a code, but you have a forger and code master here, which is really good at that, Nakano. So why don't you both roll investigation checks? Nakano, do you have proficiency in investigation?
I think so. But I thought we had got some information from that document last time about fruit.
You did. You got from one of them is something having to do with Fruthlovud's employment. So you got one of the things that you wanted.
And
yeah, I have a proficiency. I am proficient in investigation.
So that means no matter what you roll, you can't roll lower than a 10 on the die for this. So you're gonna do well, because of reliable talent.
so can I
Sure.
so can I just help Nakano then?
Yeah, if you want to give her advantage, you can do that. Yeah.
All right.
First roll after a year and a half.
Roll.
And it's at advantage.
Let's
Come
do
on.
it.
Come on.
Let's do it. All right. 25.
Ooh.
I'll take it.
It's a 25 again. So the last roll you rolled was a 25. And you just rolled another 25 a year and a half later. Amazing.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So you have two documents here. One is a invoice from the Red Lion Syndicate of when Fruit Lovood was going to be part of a military contractor on the Sutamabura. Knowing what you know of the diary during discovery, the dates line up like with a day or two discrepancy as far as when her writings in her diary or her captain's log started to descend into like racism and those types of things. So you got a huge advantage here. This evidence is massive.
Submit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you submit this into evidence, you will reduce the DC by a whopping 5.
Wow.
Submit.
So
said he froze.
Froze on this.
Nice.
Perfect. So yeah, you can submit this. You have to either wait for another recess or you have to find a way to get it into the courtroom.
Right. Maybe a recess.
Oh, Noelle froze as well.
I'm down for a second. My computer just started up
Cycling.
again. No, it's starting up again for some random reason.
Oh,
So,
Noelle's computer reset, but that's okay. We'll just keep it there until she comes back.
but I can hear still.
Okay.
I can hear you anyway.
So the other document is a correspondence between someone. The only signed names on here are MA and VD or VO. And it basically says the gist of, I've given you all the resources you could possibly. Uh-oh. Oh no.
I'm not frozen.
Yeah.
Nope.
The oh, there you're back. Oh, okay. Whoop.
I'm all over the place on the screen.
I know. Yeah, we're all over the place right now. Until we can get Noelle back, we're all over the place.
Why don't you connect to the... It's back.
Can you add a bot in real quick, Cam?
Yeah, I bought. You want sexy back? Oh, we can't do that because
It's a lot. Later.
there's a lot. I can't eat that.
There we go. And then Noelle will let me know when you're ready and we'll pop you back in.
Okay.
So the other document is, the gist of the document is basically saying, I've given you all the resources you could possibly need. You have the backing of the court. Bribes have been disseminated. Palms have been greased and cheeks have been turned. Get it done. I want these laws passed, and I want those lands to be mine. From MA to VO.
Go on the plus. Go on the one that's dash plus.
Did you guys hear that?
No.
I've given you all the
I keep
resources you
everything
possibly
freezing.
need. And somebody's in changing the law. Something you said, and I want those lands. The lands.
Yep. Palms have been greased. Cheeks have been turned. Bribes have been disseminated. I want those lands. Make it happen.
That seems like good evidence for the civil case. Can we submit the same evidence for 2 cases?
You can try. It's up to you. This is the evidence that you have. So that is from MA to VO. Okay, I'll say it one more time. And that's a huge
Broad
piece
or
of
nude.
yeah.
Submit.
You'll have to find a way to get it in there. So those are the 2 documents. two
Well, we
very.
still can call a recess, can't we? Don't we have a recess left?
You can call a
Yeah.
recess if you want.
Well, I mean, what up? This is it, right? There's only one more
No,
dude left.
2 left.
Can't we still?
No, I'm
submit?
saying, but there's only one more witness left. So what would we need?
I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you, Sean.
I'm saying we only have. There's only one more witness left, so we might as well use our recess, right?
Right.
Yes.
We're in the last inning. Let's use our timeout.
If I remember, your recesses also extend to the entire endeavor. So if you want to save your recesses for the civil case, that could be, just so you know.
Well, if
just
you're
as a
saying this
reminder.
evidence is gonna give us
A win.
a -5 to our DC, I feel like we have to get it in, right?
Yeah, it's up to you. Remember, your long rest counts. You have a long rest back. You have a long rest left, and you
I
have
to
a
try to
recess.
reset my internet or something. I can't. It keeps freezing. Let me see.
And in here.
I'm
I'm
trying.
gonna try using a different internet.
We're on the same internet.
I don't know.
Oh, can you get rid of the bot then? Thank you.
There, that's better.
Perfect.
I cut off the +1. Plus.
Yes, it's entirely up to you. You get a break from court from the long rest as well. So right now you have two short rests, 2 recesses, and you have a long rest left. And that's for the entire endeavor of both cases.
Both cases.
For both cases.
Oh.
You got 3
Well,
breaks.
what are some other ways? We can get this evidence in?
Well,
airplane?
Nakano's very stealthy. She could try to use some of her abilities to try to like sneak into the courtroom or like sneak it into your papers or do something like that.
Paper airplane through the window.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
It's got to be better than that.
What'd you say?
That's too noticeable.
Could you maybe like bump into one of the clerks or something, and like it accidentally like spills into their, case files basically, and then it's like integrated into their stuff? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. I mean, do they check people like when you go into the court?
There are 2
Yeah, is there
Ryomi
security?
sitting. Yeah, there's 2 Ryomi standing at the door of the courtroom, and the doors are closed.
Do they have evidence detectors?
Their hands and their eyes, I guess.
What if I just swallow it and then I'll just puke it out?
I mean,
Don't swallow the evidence, please.
what if I could put it in one of my test tubes and then it'd be fine, right? And you just like regurgitate. Yeah, no, this could work.
That's much better.
Boof it.
Can you disguise it as like, I don't know, like the test tube as like makeup, lipstick? I don't know.
I mean,
You guys could work together on that if that's something you want
Sure.
to try.
like just a giant tube of lipstick or something. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
it's horn wax for your horns, right?
Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
I do need these wax.
You do. I mean, you got to be as slick as that Valerio dude anyway, in there with his slick back hair. So.
To be clear, these Ryomi are like here just so that nobody's like interrupting the thing. They'll do like a pat down to make sure you're not bringing weapons in there. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you have horn wax, they're not gonna care.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
You can't bring that in here. No
Yeah.
horn wax in this court.
Yeah.
Horns are a weapon. I
Um.
know.
Okay. I mean, let's work.
Gotta look
together.
good in the court, you know?
Yeah. Always got to look your best. Dress to impress.
Perfect. Yeah. Why don't you guys, if you want, you can. I'm gonna say this is a disguise check. We'll say, and you are proficient with the disguise kit, Nakano. So if you just want to give her advantage, that'll be fine.
Sure.
And this will be a kind of like it's basically going to be a sleight of hand, like a dexterity a thing. So it's your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency, and plus the die.
Did you hear that?
Hmm?
Did you hear TJ?
Your dexterity
Did you hear
modifier.
TJ? Did you hear TJ? I didn't know.
Yes, it's a disguise check.
I know, but after that, he said a bunch.
It's a dexterity modifier plus your
Yep.
proficiency plus the die, and you're rolling it at
Okay,
advantage.
got it. Yep. All right, here we go.
Okay. Here we go.
That's a good roll. 1 second. Let me just do the math.
Can you not just like walk in with papers?
They wanted to do this, so I'm letting them do this.
They allow paper in the courtroom.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say anything about them not allowing paper, but
27.
27. Yeah, I mean, it
Yo, that
looks
shit
like
horn wax, bro.
yeah, it definitely is horn. In fact, it does look like the piece of paper is now suspended in horn wax. It doesn't like you were able to like fog up the glass to make it look like it's actually horn wax.
Fantastic. And it's just the one document, right, in there, not the note or both of them.
It's up to you. You could fit both of them in there if you want, but if you want to drink just one of them is more apt for the military case than the other.
Yeah,
one's more
let's
apt
save
for
the other one for the civil case, because I feel like that might be, one person maybe coming from a different land, and then that's interrupting their sovereignty as a nation too, right? And being clear that,
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay, so just the one about the invoice from the Red Lion Syndicate then.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll to see if they care. They do not care.
What is it? Not care. Roll.
It's just a luck check.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you
I
guys
really wanna know
are.
what would happen if they did care.
I think we'll talk about it in gluten talk. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So they let you in, and they just ask you to be quiet and take a seat. As the audience, you enter, and Zari Lotfi is up on the stand, and you see Barata Bengano say, "Now, isn't it correct that you and Captain Amada have more than a military relationship of superior and subordinate?" Zari Lotfi looks concerned and a little shocked and nervous and stares at Captain Amada for a moment before she looks back and says, or she looks back and like breathes in, and Bellario interrupts her and says, "I will remind you that you are under oath." And she breathes in again and says, "It's true." Well, very well then. Are you aware that fraternization is tantamount to imprisonment and against martial law? And you could be court-martialed. She responds, "Again, I will remind you that you are under oath." He says, "I am." Very well. Well, then I guess this begs the question, were it not for some exceedingly important reason to be attacking or retaliating on a town in which, well, order and duty superseded love and caretaking for one's loved ones, why would that bombardment have happened at all? Ilario says, objection. He's leading the witness. Judge says, sustained. Get to the point, Bellario. Very well, very well. My point is, unless her duty far outweighed what it is, her care for a loved one, that bombardment would not have happened. And therefore, that duty must have been justified. Not just justified, but supremely justified. And as I have mentioned before, and we have admitted into fact, there was an assassination attempt against Captain Imada. How do we know? How do we know that Zari Lotfi, this one right here, was not the one that did the assassination attempt and just used this relationship in order to get closer? You see Zari Lotfi start to squeeze her fists and like stand up partially, and you see her foot go up on the seat, and it looks like she's about to lunge at Bellario Barata Bengano. What do?
And to clarify, only a Scoop and Tammy are able
You
to be
guys
in the court.
just
Oh, yeah.
entered the courtroom,
Right, but okay, cool.
but you're like back at the seats.
Okay.
Can I object and say this is just what's the word for it when it's just
Conjecture?
kind of irrelevant? It's not. Yeah, it's just conjecture. Like you don't know what she was thinking about at that time. Like duty and love. Like those are just emotions. This is where a trial of facts, not emotion.
You say objection just in time. I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to roll a just straight charisma check to see if you can snap Zari Lotfi out of the moment, because it looks like she's about to attack Bellario. Unless you want to use an ability here, you guys have access to spellcraft and ability as well. Do whatever you like.
I mean, storm sphere. What do you want me to do? It's gonna be 21.
21. That's pretty darn good. You see, it does snap her out of it for a moment, and she does sit back in her chair, as Bellario had his back turned, and she could have easily have killed him.
That would have been good, actually.
Well, then there would be a retrial.
Yeah. No, I don't want that.
You want to do this all over again? The judge thinks for a moment and says, sustained. Mr. Bengato, this line of questioning is going nowhere. What is either finish questioning your witness or stop with the conjecture? Very well, I have just one more question then, Your Honor. First Mate Zari Lotfi, if you had to choose between your people in Zonkor and your Captain Imada, which would you choose? Zari softens, and she stares at Captain Imada. I will again remind you that you are under oath. And she mumbles something. I'm sorry, what was that? My people. I'm sorry, could you speak a little louder for the jury? My people! Very well. The defense rests. Your witness.
Do I go or does Ilario go?
Ilario's looking at you like, do I go or do you go?
I'll go. God, our lawyer sucks.
He's new.
This is his third case.
given that you were in a relationship with Captain Imada, would you consider her to be part of your people? Part of your family?
Ooh, damn.
Her expression softens and a brightness runs across her face. I would.
And were the orders not coming from her, your family, or your people?
They were.
Then you wouldn't have to choose between duty and your family. Because at that point, they were one and the same.
But she was not her.
But did you not perhaps think that she was in there somewhere and that doing what she at that time deemed to be necessary to do that would bring her out of that?
She grips the stand.
Maybe you hoped
and
that following through with her orders would somehow repair her or fix her?
she grips the stand and almost stands, and tears run down her face as she looks at Captain Amada. I knew it would.
That's it.
Ilario says, the prosecution rests. Very well. I will ask the jury to adjourn for their determination of guilt.
Shouldn't we like submit that piece of paper into evidence somehow?
Yeah, do you guys want to do that?
Yes.
How do you want to do it?
Um,
You want to just scamper up?
Scamper.
Skip up.
or can we scamper
I
up
could
to
do that.
Yeah.
Scale.
Yeah, Nakano grabs her horn wax and ever so fast and quickly with her spidery little limbs skitters up and just kind of like gently, as if it was always there, places this long like test tube flask on the table before you, and then just taps you on the back of your shoulder, Tammy, and just winks.
Your Honor, one more thing, if I may. I have some horn wax to submit into evidence.
The judge is blind, but like looks in your general direction and just raises their eyebrows, very confused, as Zori Lotfi is going back into the audience.
Here, let's see. Let me just make sure this really is horn wax. And I open it up and out spills the paper.
And you read what it says. And this is the evidence you were looking for about Fruit Lovood.
I like nudge Ilario. I'm like, yeah.
Ilario quickly reads it, and he's like,
You want to take this one, bud? I mean, you're the lawyer, man. Come on.
"Oh, can I? I would love to. Your Honor, if I may be so bold, I have here before me documented proof of an invoice for military contract of Fruit Lovood during the time that coincides with the captain's logs of when she started acting out of character."
Don't act so surprised, man. Be chill.
Oh, sorry. We always knew we had this.
Good job,
We
good
didn't
job.
include it in discovery on purpose. I mean, no, yes. What's the right answer?
Is this like a court-appointed lawyer, or did we hire this guy?
Oh, yes. No, he's absolutely court appointed.
Oh, okay.
The judge says, approach the bench. And Bellario goes up, and Ilario goes up, and you can go up too if you like.
Sure.
And the judge grabs it and hands it to their handy-capable assistant that's nearby, and they whisper what it says and the gist of, like, who's written it and how, if it's legitimate. "This is startling evidence," they then say. "I will have to have it verified. But for the jury's understanding, this is indeed exactly what Olario said it was. Meaning that the time that Frutlo Vud was on the Sutomabura was when Captain Imada began to decline." Does the jury consider this? Does the jury need more time to consider this, or would you prefer to be dismissed for rumination? The jury mumbles among itself. A scoop, roll an insight check.
And if they're moving their lips.
Because he's reading their lips as they mumble and turn and look at each other.
18.
18. Everybody but one of the jury members is saying, "Oh, yeah, that helps. That's kind of along the lines of what we were thinking already, but that helps. We have a lot to think about." But one is like, "No. I think that should have been part of discovery. It should, like, this may be a mistrial. I think we need more witnesses. I think we need to try a new trial." All but one jury member.
Kill him. Sick him.
Is it the same jury member that one of the same, or somebody in the audience or anything? They weren't one of the people with the reflective clothing, right? So
No, the people with reflective clothing were just random civilians.
okay.
That's what you witness. What do you do?
I would just relay it off to Cameron. Because I'm sure the judge would hear.
Oh yeah, wouldn't the judge hear it? Yeah, well, I guess it doesn't matter to the judge.
Bones storm him.
Your Honor, if I may speak briefly on this piece of evidence, we do apologize for not bringing it in sooner. We had it authenticated, and we wanted to make sure that it was,
You
all on the
already
up and up.
pre-authenticated it.
Oh, not officially. We have our own sources.
I understand. We shall have our court sources do it well, but this is good to know.
Yes, but we apologize. That's why it was so late, and we're sorry that we didn't bring it forward, for the appropriate time.
Go ahead and roll a deception
And
check.
I hope that it still is acceptable. This is just for the one guy, right? I'm not.
Yeah,
trying
just for
to-
the one guy.
Okay. This isn't like perjury, right?
Lawyers
Lawyers lie all the time.
Yeah.
You're not on
true.
the stand.
19.
19. A scoop. You see this individual kind of like slump back in their chair and just raise their hands and be like, shake their head in defeat as they nod. And the Ryomi say, "The jury would like to adjourn for rumination." Very well. We shall reconvene in 3 hours. Court adjourned.
Is that a real gavel you got over there?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You guys got him.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that. Why not?
So court's adjourned.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Do we
here's
roll
what we're
now?
going to do. Now it's time to roll. You guys have 4d6.
Okay.
The DC you have to beat after all of this stuff, is 16.
With 4d6?
Yeah.
That's fine.
That doesn't seem probable.
It's not in
Uh,
our favor.
No, it's not.
You
don't
can
think so?
use your things like Tides of Chaos and stuff like that on this. If you have,
Yeah, I already used it.
Well, she has a luck,
Um,
doesn't she?
you have Lucky.
Nakata does.
Yeah, if you want to use Lucky points on this, you still have all 3 of them.
And can we use world
Yeah.
inspirations too?
You can also use World Inspirations.
Okay.
This is just 4 straight up
I
d6.
do have
There's no
lucky.
d20 or anything else in there.
Try to think if your deception about it getting authenticated is worth a D. What did you get, a 19?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's close to a crit.
That's really close. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll a luck check for the
yeah, I
Lario.
mean, I didn't roll a 19, but
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to roll Belario's luck
I got
die,
the
and if
27
Bellario...
on the horn wax, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, but that was out of court.
No, the horn wax was in court. I had that horn wax.
And if Bellario gets under a 19, you can have another D6.
Yeah.
He rolled a natural 1.
Yay!
So do we get 2d6?
No.
You get
Don't poke the judge.
Big old fat 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So you have 5d6 to beat a 16. You can use Lucky and World Inspirations if you like. Why don't we roll one at a time for dramatic effect? Who wants to roll?
Okay.
Actually, there's
Well, Angela's
there's
got
4 of
all
you.
the luck, so
Why don't
Four
we
of
all
us.
roll one?
Yeah.
Angela's got the luck. I feel like she should roll the bulk of them to use that luck if we need it, right?
Yeah, maybe the 2.
She can use her Lucky on one of your dice if she needs to. Yeah, it's fine because you're
We
doing
all
it
roll
collectively. This
one.
is just for fun, so that
Yeah,
you
we'll
split it
roll
among each
one.
other. Yes, you all roll 1, and then there's 1 more that needs to be rolled.
Should TJ roll the last one?
No.
What, as a
How
Lario?
no.
You don't want me to roll
Is
it?
that illegal? That's illegal. Okay.
It's illegal.
All right.
Everyone's
ready?
like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can roll the first one.
We're doing it at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
1, 2,
2.
3.
3.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
3.
I got a 4.
3.
2.
Okay, so that's 6, 10, 12. That's a 12.
12. So who's got the lowest?
I did.
Well, what did you?
I got
Okay.
a 2.
I
Well,
mean,
we haven't rolled the
Nika-
5th one yet, too.
And Nakano, you still have
Oh, right, that's
lucky.
true. Yeah. So who's rolling the 5th?
You want to do it?
Yeah.
So what do we need to? So
You
we
need
got
a
a
4 or
12.
We
higher.
got 12, so we need a 4 or higher.
All right. Well, if I don't, then I'm gonna use
Use
lucky.
luck on
On
no
the
luck.
2,
Mine.
yeah.
Yeah. On one of the. Yeah.
3.
Okay, so then we use luck on Noel.
So just give me like a bit of like a role play idea. Like, how do you end up bending the luck and in your favor? Like, what thing do you do while the jury is ruminating? Like, what do you do? Like, sneak into their courtroom and do something, or like, just it can be short. But what is it? Or do you like pray, or do you bribe somebody? Like anything. Just flavor it for me.
Yeah. Let me think. So. Who's in the court right now?
The court has been adjourned, but remaining are some of the Ryomi guards, and the judge is packing some stuff up, and so's their
Maybe talk
assistant.
to the
and
guards. Just like kind of.
they're also Ryomi, yeah.
Mm.
What do you say?
Just kind of flirt.
Okay,
She shows off her shiny horns.
Yeah.
my newly
I
waxed
do.
horns.
My
Yeah.
newly waxed horn and try to get some information.
Sure.
I don't know.
you learn that the Ryomi guards that are here are going to go with the Ryomi jury to their room and guard them. And so as you flirt with this guard, you kind of like get on their good side, and then they could possibly talk to the jury about how cool you are, and that gives you, and you can reroll a luck point.
Hell
So
yeah.
Noel,
Alright.
go ahead and reroll it, or you,
Reroll.
whoever wants
Oh
to
no,
reroll it.
Noel, you should reroll yours.
Okay, I'll try. Machini's
you need
just
a-
sitting in the corner
No,
trying to
now we
take
need a
notes of
3 or
how to
higher,
flirt.
3 or higher.
Okay. That's a 6.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah!
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Oh my.
That was insane in my right ear.
Yes.
Sorry.
No,
Wait, it's been like
convenient.
how many days since we've been doing this? We
yeah.
need more than yay.
Over a year in the making, guys.
Yeah. So are we not pirates then?
The court reconvenes. The jury, on the charge of piracy, we find the prosecution / defense. Is that right? Because they're the prosecutor, but they were also the defense of piracy. It doesn't matter. We find them guilty of all. We find them innocent. Sorry, hold on. I'm not very good at this.
Better restart.
I'm gonna give this note for somebody else. The next jury person stands up and goes like, "We find them innocent of all charges for the charges of piracy. For the survivors of cultural injustice, we find war crimes and the military of the Northern Dynasty guilty of all charges. For the charge of fraternization with a subordinate, we find Captain Imada guilty.
Wow.
For the charge of the Sutamabura going rogue and acting super militarily, we find the crew, the first mate, the bosun, and the quartermaster guilty. Alario's like, "We did it! We did it!
Yes.
We did it!
You won your
We
first
won!
piece.
Yay. It doesn't feel as good as I thought it would, but yeah.
No, this is great. This is great. It helps us get to the next thing. And it's-
Thank you, jury." No, that's Bellario. Thank you, jury, for your service. You are dismissed. Bailiff, would you please take into custody Captain Imada, Zari Lotfi, and Korsh? Fruit Lovood is still at large. Please submit a bolo for them. Bounty will be set. Bounty will be set at 45,000 gold.
Nakano,
Yo,
do you
should
want
we
to go
look
on
for
a
this
mission?
guy?
Yeah, I know. Like, that's what I'm
Just the
thinking.
passing.
Just a little, you know.
And then
These
the
keep our
gavel
ear
is
to the
hit,
ground, huh?
and the court is dismissed. You guys won the military case.
Woo!
You see Zari Lotfi and Captain Amata being carried away in handcuffs and manacles together. And they look not so sad because they know they're going to the same place.
Aw.
Oh.
This court case went on for over a year.
Alario was like, "Great, one down, one to go." We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a little bit. As always, stay safe out there. We'll see you in a minute. If I can find my mouse, that is. If I can find my mouse. All right, we are back. We don't have a whole lot of time, so we're just gonna do a little bit. You guys won the case. You take a look at the document that you have, and Scoop already figured it out. M.A. means Masha Ehrenbach, and V.O. means Virador Dude, meaning Masha wants Virador Dude to get those lands, those ancestral lands for her. And Virador Dude apparently has greased a lot of palms and turned a lot of cheeks for, and if you remember, passed a bunch of laws to make the extortion very, like, giving away lands very extortionate and very difficult to reverse. So there's a big conspiracy here. Nakano and a Scoop, I want you to roll perception checks for me.
So close.
$17.
13.
Can I, because we're now out of that appointment, can I do guidance on Nakano?
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and roll a d4.
Add that to your.
+4. 20. 21.
21.
21.
Nakano, you notice over a Scoop's shoulder a Tananawi female woman whose form changes and smiles, grins ear to ear as the form of the judge appears before you and then steps around the corner and disappears. And that's all the time we have. We'll see you guys next time. Take
I
care.
knew that was going
and
to
as
happen.
always, stay safe out there. Bye.
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 You always like leave it like a cliffhanger, you know?
A cliffhanger?
Always.
Yeah.